Tom, was the word worked.
Worked.
I think. Yeah. I think you
Worked.
said. Yeah. You used
No.
the end ed sound of id. Okay, but it is
Yes.
worked.
Worked.
The end
Worked.
ed. Yeah. Okay. All right. Just in case. Well done. And Nien, what do you think about this statement?
In my opinion, I also agree with the main meaning of the above statement because I understand that the statement means with we have a problem, the how to solve. Um, we have a how to show that we should spend a lot of time on the reason why the problem occur, and then we should spend next time on review the solutions.
Reviewing.
I don't agree absolutely with the statement about exactly 55 minutes or 5 minutes. How minutes belongs to situation, details of situation.
Right. So you're saying that you have to spend like quite a bit of time really understanding the problem first, and then once you've done that, then the solutions may be easier to come up with. Yeah, to think about. Okay. So you kind of you agree with it mostly though. Well done. And Hung, what do you think about this?
I think the main idea in the first one is pinpointing the extra problem is most important. I think I must say about that, and I totally agree about this point. Actually, I work hard this I work spend 14 minutes studying it, studying the problem, and 15 minutes in reviewing it, and 5 minutes in solving it. I work to break down 55 minutes to 40 minutes and 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All I can hear is a lot of numbers. I think you're saying 45 minutes thinking, and then 15 minutes about the solution.
40 minutes for study the problem, and 15 minutes for reviewing the problem before we solving something. Yeah.
Okay. Well done. Okay. Yeah, that's your opinion. Yeah. Albert Einstein is a clever person, but he's not always right. Okay. It's just his opinion. And lastly, then, Anne, what's your opinion on Albert's statement?
Hello?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you, Anne.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello? Hello?
Anne, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, I'll keep talking, but I'll message
Hello?
Kyo.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, I hear you clearly. In my opinion, I am absolutely agree with the statement. Yes, because before I thinking about a solution for a problem, first I must define if that's true a problem. And second, I must find what I must investigate to understand deeply the problem, and thus I will collect data and come up with some hypothesis and to investigate what is the root cause of the problem, and finally we must thinking about what the master affect the problem, what master affect the problem, and after the 14 we come up with, then we come up with a solution. So we must spend a lot of time for four steps before I come up with a solution. Yes, so I absolutely agree with the statement of Albert Einstein. Okay.
Okay, well said, Anne. Yeah, so to spend a sufficient amount of time getting to the root cause, like you said. Yeah, good vocabulary there, Anne. And then then it'll be much easier to think about the solution to a certain problem. Okay, so well done, everyone. We'll move now on to our Where Your Word slide. So we have 6 new words today. And like always, I will say the words first, ask you to repeat them, define them, and make a sentence with each word. First, I'm just going to put some example sentences of my own in the chat box, and you can have a look and a read. And if you have any questions about them, feel free to ask me. Okay, so listen carefully now. Number 1, evaluate. Evaluate. 2, brainstorm. Brainstorm. 3, neutrally. Neutrally. 4, simplify. Simplify. 5, generate. Generate. And number 6, alternative. Alternative. So Tom, can you please repeat the 6 words for us?
Evaluate, brainstorm, neutrally, simplify, generate, alternative.
Okay, perfect. Well done. And Miem, please.
Yes, brainstorm, neutrally, simplify, generate, alternative.
Okay, again, well done. And Hung, please.
Evaluate, brainstorm, neutrally, simplify, generate, alternative.
Good, okay. And lastly, Anne.
Evaluate, brainstorm, neutrally, simplify, generate, alternative.
Okay, extremely well done, all of you. So now we know how to say our words. If I will stay with you, Anne, if you can please choose any word, define it as best you can, please. For us.
Simplify. This means that make something too simple become simple.
Yeah.
Yes.
Make something simple or maybe easy.
Yeah, easy to solve. Easy to solve. Okay. Easier to solve.
Okay, easy to solve or understand something.
Okay.
Well done. Yeah, and if you could try and make a sentence with the verb to simplify. Please.
my family, we always try to simplify when problem happen.
Okay, so in my family, we always try to simplify like our problems.
Yes.
We could say, yeah, simplify our problems. Well done. And Hung, please, you define another word for us.
Okay. Evaluate. From an idea of the amount, number, or evaluate of synonym of assess.
Yeah, so to more would like to calculate, probably the correct word. To calculate or judge, like the importance of something. Okay. So if you could try to make a sentence with to evaluate, Hong.
Computer simulation evaluates how the aircraft would perform.
Okay, sorry, can you say it one more time, Hong?
Our computer simulation evaluates how the aircraft would perform.
Okay, all right, well done. So I didn't actually hear the first word, but after the word evaluate, I heard. Okay, but if you can type your full sentence in the chat box, but yeah, your sentence made sense. I could tell, grammatically correct. And Niem, please, for another word.
Brainstorm. Brainstorm means brainstorm means a moment of confusion which caused one to forget something or behave in strange way, different with no.
Okay. So yeah, it's like to have it's actually like to come up with ideas. Okay, this is the verb to brainstorm, Niam. Okay, when we're brainstorming, usually in a group, like at work or school, they all throw up ideas together onto like a big sheet of paper. Yeah, this is to brainstorm. Okay, do you understand? I'll just get the definition up on the dictionary for you. Maybe have a look in the chat box of brainstorm. Okay, so can you try and make a sentence with the word Niam?
I have a sentence with the brainstorm was.
Yep,
I
please.
was a brainstorm because I couldn't remember something about her.
Right, okay. Yeah, so I tried to brainstorm because you couldn't remember something about someone.
Remember anything about her.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well done. Very good sentence, Niam. And Tung, please,
Yes.
define another word.
Yes, I choose neutrally. Neutrally is mean in the way that do not agree or decline with any opinion and idea.
Yeah, so it's not agree on like either side of something. Yep. Okay. We say we're kind of sitting on the fence. Yeah, we're not on either side. And a sentence with neutrally, Tom.
My sentence is you shouldn't do neutrally to decide. You shouldn't do neutrally to decide something because it's don't it don't lead us to final conclusion.
Okay, good. So you're a little bit mixed up at the start there, Hong, but the best sentence would be, yeah, you shouldn't think neutrally to decide because it doesn't come to a solution. Yeah. Yeah. So you won't get a solution if you're on both sides. Yeah. Well done. And Paul, also your sentence. Yeah. Okay. The computer simulations evaluated how the aircraft would perform. Good sentence. Well done. And back to please. Paul, please.
Alternative is another option.
Exactly, yeah. And the simplest way to define this, yeah, another option, like having a plan B for something.
Yes.
Sentence with alternative.
Travel by train is another alternative.
Okay, good. So getting there or going there by train is another alternative. Means of transportation, you could say at the end. All right, and we've lost a student. Not sure, I can't remember who that is now. Hung, please. How would you define the verb to generate? Generate.
Okay, my turn. Generate, to produce or create something.
Again, well done. Yeah, to create or make something exist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the final sentence with generate.
If we can define the solution clearly, we will generate a lot of ideas.
If you can't define the solution clearly, you won't generate any ideas.
So, idea.
Okay, well done. I think hopefully this is your sentence. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to type, and when someone speaks quite fast. But it's okay. Don't worry. Well done. You understand. You understand the meaning of the word, which is great. Okay, and you've all done really well with this slide. So we will we'll come back to this at the end of our class just quickly to remind us. Okay, but we'll now move to our phrasal verbs for today. And our first is to come up with, should be something there. And this means to find or produce an answer, a sum of money, etc. And also, a second is to break something down. This means to divide something into parts in order to analyze it or make it easier to do. I've written an example sentence of each, again of my own. Okay, so the first one, if he doesn't come up with his rent in the next 2 days, he will be evicted. Yeah, so he needs to come up with the money, his rent money. And to break something down, we need to break down our monthly expenditure so we can come in on budget this month. Okay, and Topika's example here it just says you should break your problem down. This is much more simplified sentence. But I'm sure you can do better than that. So first, Tung, do you understand these phrasal verbs?
Yes, I would choose break something down. My sentence is the book requires to break the problem down to sorry, I again my boss requires me to break the problem down to because it's easier to decide.
So like my boss requested me to like break down my like work, maybe, because it is easier to do. I think that would probably be the best sentence, Tom, with yours. Yeah, your boss is kind of giving you advice. Yeah, you might be finding your workload hard, difficult. He tells you to break it down. Yeah? So it seems easier to do. Okay, well done. And Hung, please.
Okay, I choose come up with my sense one is someone came up with a new ideas for increasing sales.
Okay, good. So someone's come up with an idea to improve the sales in something. Well done. And please.
Because of breaking my problem down, so I easy to come up with a solution.
So it's easy to come down.
To come up with solution.
So it's easier.
It's
yeah, it's easier to do. Okay. But yeah, good sentence. Well done. So quite simple actually, and really useful. Very useful. We use these a lot in English without even thinking about them. Okay, so to come up with anything like an idea, money, etc., and to break something down. Yeah, we just put it into smaller parts, analyze and look at each part individually, and then we can understand it much easier. Okay, so well done. We'll just move now to our structure for today. And I think this is quite simple, especially for an intermediate class. You're all quite advanced, so you shouldn't have any difficulty with this. But we're using the word to suggest. Someone suggests that somebody should do something with our infinitive verb. So again, I'll put into the chat box that you suggest to mention like an idea, plan, or action for somebody else to consider doing. And my example sentence is, I suggest you do exercise every morning if you want to become healthier. Topicus example says, he suggests Anna define the problem clearly. So we have suggests, we're talking about he, okay, obviously depending on the subject. That Anna define with our infinitive form of the verb. We've got some suggestions here. We can apply to the structure, but I'm sure you can try to make your own. Hung, would you like to go first, please?
Okay, my suggestion is I suggest we take 1 hour per day at least for learning English.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, of course, that's fine. Yeah, it's like you're giving like a bit, you want to give like possible advice to somebody, yeah, which is great. You used it correctly. And please.
When we have problem, my boss always suggests me define the root cause of the problem.
Define the root cause of the problem. Okay, well done. Okay, so like I said, I think you all understand this structure to suggest that somebody do something. Okay, it's like giving a polite bit of advice maybe to somebody. So well done. We'll now move to our Raise Your Voice slide. So it says here to discuss how to enhance problem-solving skills with your partner in 180 seconds. We've got more time than that, I think. And we have suggestions here again. be willing to consider some alternatives. Yeah, so with our vocabulary today, try to use it. To view your problems neutrally and evaluate all solutions to choose the best one. Gather information related to your problems. And to break your problems down. That's probably a really important one, because life can be hard at work and family sometimes, and it can just be like too much. Good to actually just break them down, and try to solve each one individually, instead of trying to solve all of them at the same time, for example. So, Hung and An, would you like to discuss this for a few moments?
Hello, hello, Hung.
Hello, An.
Okay.
How about your opinions and ideas?
Yes, in my opinion, the way to enhance my solving a problem, my problem solving skill. That's the first I must define
About the problem, right?
If that's true problem, if that's a real problem, yes.
Yeah.
By gathering information related to my problem, and after I define that's a real problem, I will try to understand deeply the problem, and after I understand deeply the problem, I will analyze the data and information related to find what is root cause of the problem.
Yes.
And after I define the root cause of problem, I will come up with some solution to solve the problem. Okay, that's my opinion. Do you agree with me?
If you have some problem with some others, how you will solve the problem? How you can to enhance the problem solving with the others if the problem come from some other?
Yeah. In my company, I usually have problem with the colleague. I think it's a normal.
Right.
Yes. But when I have problem with someone beside me, around me, I always try. That's the real problem. If I think that's the real problem, I will try what is the root cause.
Yeah.
What is the root cause of the problem? And when
Since you love the root cause, right?
yes. When I understand the root cause of problem, I will come up with some solution, and I try the first solution. If it's not okay, I will do with the second solution, and it's not okay, I will try with the third solution, something like that. When we can finish, and we can solve on the problem. Okay.
Yeah. To me, I think we should understand the others and try to find out the reason and the risk, like you say, and we will find out the way to solve the problem. And in this case, I think the understand the other is most important to solving some problem caused by others, right? Yeah. That also is skill. Yeah.
I agree with you, but I think it's easier to solve the problem with the colleague, someone around me. But it's very difficult to solve the problem with my boss. Yeah. When I have problem with my boss, it's very difficult to solve.
The boss is another side. I don't think the same side with us.
Because the rule is my company. We have 3 rules. The first, the boss always true. The second, we can argue with my boss. But the third, when we argue, we must come back to the first rule.
Yeah, really? Interesting. Yeah.
So problem with the boss is very difficult.
Yeah. To me, to enhance the problem solving this, I think the problem is everywhere and everywhere happens. So we should enhance the problem solving skill, right? It's important to us. And to me, I think we should know the problem first and break it down, then find and define some way to solving the problem. In another hand, I think we should understand the people we work with. Some another people cause the problem, and we can discuss, talk, break down the issue with others to find out the solution and make the solution to have solving the problem there, right?
Yes, I agree with you. If we are ready to confront with the problem, we will enhance the solving problem skill.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really well done, both of you. Excellent conversation there. So funny. Okay. So, all right. So I think we've got no more students. So it's just you two. So we'll move down to the assessment. And I just picked up a couple of just little things in that conversation, which I put in the assessment here. Okay. Sorry. Let me unmute you. Sorry about this. There we go. Bear with me. Okay, so it was a very small mistake, Hong, but you said how you will solve this problem or the problem. Okay, but if we look at the correct structure here, we would say, how will you solve it? So with our modal verb first, then the pronoun you. Okay, how will you do something? Okay.
Yeah.
And also with you said in the other hand. In the other hand, something. Yeah, yeah. But we use the preposition on. We say it's on the other hand. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's all I have for you, Bung. Really well done today. 9 out of 10. Extremely well done. And Anne, I don't have anything for you, Anne. For some reason, it's probably a good thing. So I'm going to give you a 10 out of 10. Okay, really, really well done. And Tung's mistake with the pronunciation. Yeah, this word worked. He said worked. Okay, but we need to practice with the ed sounds. But that's fine. Okay. So now we have 5 minutes left. So I would like to just do a little fun exercise with you, actually. Okay. So Hung and Anne, do you know what a riddle is? Do you know what a riddle is? Do you know? It's like it's a kind of not a game, but it's a play with words, and it's quite useful at this stage of your learning English. Okay, so I will. It's like a little exercise. So bear with me, and I will ask you a couple of questions. Okay, a couple of questions here. Okay, but if you want to look up what a riddle is, then you can just quickly look that up. But if you could try and answer this question. Remember, it's a play with words, and it usually has like a kind of clever and fun answer. Okay, so the question is, what comes down but never goes up? Do you know? Can you figure this out? Do you know? Anyone can figure it out? Are you thinking, or do you not understand? Do you not understand? Okay, all right, okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Hong?
Oh, yes, I hear you. Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering if I was talking to myself. Okay, so this is like a riddle, okay? Question like this. What comes down but never goes up makes you really think. Okay, but the answer is rain. Okay? Do you understand how to kind of use this?
What comes down must never go up. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just a good exercise. Yeah, these riddles to to get your mind thinking about words, especially obviously in English. Okay. Let me do another one with you. Yeah. What goes up when rain comes down?
The street would be wet.
The stick.
The street would be wet.
No. I'll give you like a clue, maybe. So it's something we hold in our hand out in the rain. What goes up when rain comes down?
Can I have a question? Go up is mean happen. Go up I meaning happen.
It's actually well, that's the thing with the riddles. You don't know really until the answer. Okay.
Yeah.
Sun. Hung says the sun. Good guess, I suppose. But yeah, this is an umbrella. So the umbrella. You put the umbrella up when the rain comes down. Okay.
Okay.
And I will ask you one more, and then I'll let you go to bed. Okay? I'll let you go to bed. All
Okay.
right.
Continue.
This might be a little bit easier. Maybe.
Yeah.
What travels around the world but stays in one spot? It travels around the world. Once again, it's quite hard, I think. Probably quite hard.
What travel around the world but stay in one spot?
Shall I give you another?
The sun.
The sun again. Sun. That is another good answer. The sun could be answers to all of these. Okay, but this one's actually a stamp. A stamp, like stamp.
Okay, stamp on the envelope.
Yeah, like on an envelope or a letter. The letter.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll leave you now. Okay, but try to look up some of these. They're good exercises for you. I think it can be quite fun sometimes. All right. So okay then. We'll finish the class now. Do you have any questions for me related to the class, Hong or Anne?
From the start up to now, I have 10 days learn on the Topica, but today it's very interesting. I learned English with you. Thank you.
Okay, no, thank you. That's great to hear that. Yeah.
Teacher,
Okay. Yeah.
I have a question for evaluate with assessment. What is the difference between evaluate with assessment?
Very, very similar. Yeah, we can use both to evaluate, and to assess something. Yeah, the verb. We can use it in the same context. I think so. Yes. So, like an assessment is, they're really the same. I would say. Can use it. There might be like a couple of little differences, but if you say both in like a work environment, then they would understand what you're doing with it. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that I would see you in the next time.
Okay.
Okay. All right then. Well, it's lovely teaching you this evening. Okay, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Just keep up the good work.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.
Okay, good night.